yourself.
What's going on with all my billionaires out there? This the guy, Hoods Billionaire. Welcome to Hoods Billionaire TV. Big favor, big abundance. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Draymond Green getting suspended indefinitely. Let's talk about it. So, the NBA tired of Draymond antics. They tired of him. They just suspended him indefinitely. They didn't put a number of games on it that I've heard so far, but he's definitely been suspended indefinitely. Now, Draymond, who is the league leader in technical fouls, right? I believe over the course of his career, I don't think anybody has more technical fouls than Draymond Green, right? We know for a lot of different antics. You know, he just choked out Rudy Gobert. And then, I forgot who that was. He stomped on his chest. Now he didn't pretty much knocked out Nurkic with a turnaround back fist type overhand, swing. He said he didn't mean to hit him, but I mean, that looked pretty clear, like you was aiming somewhere at the top toward this man's head, right? And what I think this is, it's a multitude of different things. Like Draymond, that's always been his style of play. He's always, pretty much a lot of people consider Draymond a dirty player, right? They consider him a dirty player. So, that's always been kind of his MO, right? Since he's been in the NBA. And when guys' prime skill set leave them, when their athleticism leaves them, it's gonna just come down to what's their skill set, and that's where you typically tend to see guys lean towards the later years of their career, right? Like now that Klay Thompson's athleticism isn't just 100% all the way there. He had an ACL surgery, Achilles tear, right? Now that it's not all the way there like it should be. Right, not like it should be, but he's just getting older. He's been through some injuries, right? But now he's just relying on his skill set, which he's a spot-up shooter, and he's a really good defender, right? So he's just a good two-way player. He might not be able to, it was times where Klay not known for it, but he could take a guy off dribble and dunk on him. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. He not that guy where he just super, explosive anymore, but he can spot-up shoot, and he can play good defense. Right, Steph, right? Steph not he's, even though his skill set is running around a lot, Steph not as athletic as he used to be, right? But his skill set, he can run off a bunch of screens and he can pull up from anywhere, and he got handles, right? So those are all good skill sets to have as your athleticism leaves you, because you'll still be able to play. Look at Jamal Crawford, right? And he's damn near 40, was still in the league because his skill set was one that you could rely on in the NBA. If you can get buckets, handle the ball, and got good court vision, right? Even if you don't play good defense like Jamal did, it was okay. So Draymond, right, in his prime with his athleticism, really good defender, good passer. We got to give him that, right? And just a really good defender and good passer. Now, not necessarily known as a scorer, but he gets you some buckets. Right, but now that the athleticism has left him, right, what does he have? Right, not really just the best defender anymore. That's not going. That takes a little athleticism, right? Still a good passer. Draymond's still a good passer because that's a good skill set to have, right? And you never really were known as a scorer, right? Your skill set to be really physical, right? That's your thing, right? Or to be dirty. So that's what he's relying on now. Just being a rough, tough, I'll foul you hard type of guy. And it's just like the league is cracking down on that because you're going to end up hurting somebody. And Draymond's one of those guys to where, on the court he'll do all of that. I'm not questioning Draymond's toughness. I know, when he knocked out Buddy with Golden State, right? And they sent him to Washington. Once I heard Jordan Poole talk, it's like, Draymond, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know this guy. You didn't have no business hitting no guy like this, right? But at the end of the day, they get competitive. It is what it is. But Draymond is just, his talent is his athleticism is leaving him, and he just relying on his like core instincts, and his core instincts are to foul really hard and be that type of player. So, you know, you gonna see that. And then I think because the core, if you keep Steph and Clay, they gotta get younger. Bringing CP in didn't help. You got older, right? So y'all gotta get younger. Y'all gotta get young talent and keep young talent around Clay and Steph, right? If you can build like that, right? Wiggins is still good, still fairly young. You can build around that, right? Y'all will be okay. It might be time to part ways with Draymond, right? Like, now he's bringing more negative than positive at this point. But, you know, that's always been Draymond's skill set. You know, a lot of people feel like he kind of rode the coattails of those Golden State championships, right? I mean, that's what how a lot of people feel. Me personally, I don't feel like that. I feel like Draymond definitely, especially in his younger years, he provided a lot to the team, right? Defense. He did provide a toughness and force a role. He did used to get some buckets, got good vision, good assists, good floor general, right? So Draymond did his thing. He deserved it. But at the end of the day, he just it's getting too out of hand. You might end up hurting somebody. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. This the guy who's being there. Big favor, big abundance. I'm gone.